Actually, for that matter, I started playing Kitty Power's Love Life the other day.
We're live.
I see that.
How do you like it?
I don't hear that, but I see it.
How do you like it?
What do you mean, how do I like it?
The game?
Oh, Kitty Power's Love Life?
Yeah.
You just said the game, like...
The game
which
you were
one?
just talking about!
I don't know. The game that just appeared on the screen is Spyro.
Yeah, but that's not what you were talking about, and the question was directly towards
Kitty
you about
Power's
the
Love
game you
Life
were talking
is
about.
okay so far. It's a little slow starting, I think.
Oh?
I think the start is a little slow. I finished the first, like, in-game week. It's not bad. It's just because I think I'm still in, like, sort of tutorial-ish.
Uh-huh.
So it's pretty slow so far.
Mm.
Because I played for, like, almost an hour. And I think I'm still in some kind of tutorial.
Yes, the Kingdom Hearts 2 treatments. Where the first 3 hours are tutorials, and the next 4 are still more tutorials.
I think someone mentioned at some point that, they said Final Fantasy 13 is like 60 hours of tutorial. Which I feel like is a little unfair.
That's not...
You're probably counting up until the last, like, tutorial pop-up. And, I mean, they'll keep popping up.
That's basically what it is. About 60 hours in is when you get to the actual open world segment. And there are,
It's a JRPG, like...
Okay, but, like, the open world segment is literally the last, like, 10 hours of the game before you go fight the final boss. That's a whole nother complaint of mine. Don't worry, I have a lot of complaints about 13.
So the opposite of Final Fantasy 15.
No, literally, 15 is, like...
The opposite of
yes,
that.
yeah.
They throw you into open world, and then for the last, like, 10 hours, they railroad you.
Yes, exactly. And there are obviously new tutorials because they add new elements when you get to the open world, like side quests and all this stuff.
We'll play Spyro. Should I narrate my game while you play your game so that we utterly confuse anyone who joins?
No.
No?
So I wouldn't say it's 60...
Talking sheep. Look! The Cloghead awakens!
Stop it. I wouldn't say it's 60 hours of tutorials. I'd probably say it's more like 5 to 10 hours of tutorial. Mainly because you are, like, the beginning of the game, once you actually get access to the abilities of the game, you're constantly swapping out characters, and, like, you're learning each of the characters at that point, and that takes a while. Well. Hey, Hick!
You're not saying it in the Noct voice? God,
I started it, and then I'm like, nope, I'm gonna do something else this time.
So betrayed.
I started to do the deep well, and then I'm like, no, I'm doing something else. I'm not doing it this time.
Well.
Well. Hey. But I mean, at that point, if you're saying like 13 is 60, if like somebody says like 13 is 60 hour tutorials, then most JRPGs are like 80 hours of tutorials.
Yeah, it came from someone who like doesn't really play JRPGs, I think.
I mean, that would also mean most games nowadays are just all...
Careful, if you change it up too much, the simulation will fight back. You know what? If we break the simulation we live in, good. I am so tired of it.
What is the worst the simulation can do to me? Kill me? That's not that big of a deal.
That's not the worst. That's the best thing. If the simulation kills me, that's ideal.
Yeah, it's not killing you. It's killing me for fighting it.
Oh, why should kill me?
No.
Why not?
But I mean, I'm also... that also made me think of, like, action games. And I'm like, even action games nowadays are like, you get a new ability close to the end of the game. They have to teach it to you.
What would you do if you find out you're only an NPC?
I am only...
Going about my life, probably.
What do you mean, if you find out? I already know I'm an NPC.
Villager C.
No, that's too high. I'm like villager, like, Q.
No, Q is too unique of a letter. Villager C.
Okay, I'm villager N.
Villager S.
Like, look, heck, I'm an IT person. All I do is literally answer the phone and I'm like, hey, how can I help you? Okay, bye. I'm an NPC.
What would I be?
Hey.
Probably the creepy lady in the forest. Just kidding, that would require me to live in a forest. Ugh.
You are a program. Exactly.
Can I hack myself?
No!
What if
You
I
haven't...
hack myself open with a knife?
No! You're not allowed to kill yourself.
That's hacking myself?
No! You are the one who runs the stream 80% of the time, so, like...
It's okay. You own a lot of the games.
Is it still deciding not to play the... sound? Wait. Let's see when they try talking. No, they should be... Oh, there we go. They're stealing the eggs! Get the baby dragons. I think, like, the base story of this game is it's the year all the baby dragons are gonna hatch. And Evil Witch is stealing them for magic. Because if you get their wings and do a spell, you can become, like, youthful for a while or something?
We managed to capture the eggs, Your Highness. Every last one. Excellent.
All I know is that you're telling me that this was baby dragons and you didn't make it a Yu-Gi-Oh joke?
I can't do a really good Brooklyn accent.
Do it anyway. Do a really bad Brooklyn accent.
You mean Joey Wheeler?
Exactly.
Because all Joey Wheeler is a very bad Brooklyn accent.
Don't forget idiot, he's also an idiot.
Is he
Wasn't he thirsty for my...
Yes.
As I suppose half the characters were supposed to be, because something hot.
I don't think Yugi was.
I said half.
Okay, that's fair.
Yugi was busy... the backyard baseball.
Oh! It was that... Wait, was that the kid in the wheelchair that they named that? It's been a
Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's been a while since I played backyard baseball. I played that a lot when I was a kid. I was more of a backyard soccer kid, though.
No knowledge of what's happening.
I don't remember the ginger hair dude. I would ask you to Google it, but like... So, you see, there's a dragon egg. If we go up to the dragon egg, dragon's name is Isabel, and they hatch. And then disappear.
A baby.
Yeet.
Oh no.
The baby
Dragon went poof.
The baby went back home.
Baby went home.
Yeah. So, a
How
person.
can the baby go home if it just hatched?
Fairy
This
magic.
is home.
No. So.
No, like if this is the only place the baby has ever known, this is technically home.
No, it went back to the Dragon Realms.
Okay, but that's not its home because it's never been there.
Are you
A place you've never been can't be your home.
So are you saying that when a baby's born in a hospital is now its new home?
I mean that its parents' home is not its home yet because it's never been there. It becomes home over time, but it's not the baby isn't going home when it's the first time that it's going to the house or wherever. How sad. You know what's good for you. Eat eggs and have breakfast.
Why are you killing dragon eggs?
I didn't say anything about eat dragon eggs. I just said eat eggs and have breakfast.
Aw, she's the Hulk. Oh, right. So, this game has two things that are new. One of them is very 90s. I don't think I have enough money yet. Let's see if I can get more money. And the 90s one will make sense. Wanna be famous? No! What I want is for you to be banned. Might have to... Can I ban? No, I can't ban. Why can't I ban? Oh, apparently it doesn't say I'm logged into the chat in this. What the crap?
Oh, man, I did it.
Thank you. Moneybags is back.
You.
How much do you... 300? Man, you suck, Moneybags.
Capitalists suck. That's correct.
So, basically there are 4 or 5 more playable characters other than Spyro in this game.
Oh?
One of them is a kangaroo named Sheila. Because of course the kangaroo is named Sheila.
What?
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 Why are you asking? Why are you saying what?
Because I don't get it. Why was it of course?
Yes. I think there's also a military bird, an alien monkey, a yeti, and the dragonfly, I think, is playable. Then I think this level also has the other thing. If I can remember where the entrance is. So how you doing, Hack? What have you been up to lately? Anything fun? Aw, Vanessa. Vanessa had a bow. Same. I was gonna go in deep detail, but then I remembered I can't remember.
Good job.
I mean, I can't remember most days of my life.
Maybe you should do something to fix that.
But then I wouldn't be a goldfish anymore if I remembered.
Okay.
If I'm not a goldfish, then who am I?
Who are you anyway?
A goldfish.
First place.
I am.
How do you know that you're a goldfish? Do you know that for sure? Can you say that for sure?
What does it mean to be a goldfish?
Yeah.
The existential questions. Yeah. What have y'all been up to? What have y'all been up to? That is a good question.
Hi, Spyro.
I officially am full-time at a job today. Which I guess some people would say is a good thing.
In a capitalist society, I suppose it's the ideal state.
But other than that, it's basically just...
State.
Other than that, it's basically just been, for me, going to work, coming home, sleeping, and sometimes reading a book. And also...
Reading? What have you been reading?
One of the books that I read when I was younger, I decided that I got from my school library. I actually decided to buy a copy of and read it again.
Yeah.
Careful, Sharky. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. A lot of people would probably consider me a villain already.
More than me?
Well, probably the people who consider me a villain don't know who you are. And I've actually been playing the game Destroy All Humans.
Oh.
Because the remake came out, so I've been playing the remake. That's fun. I'm destroying all the humans.
Destroy.
And then, I mean, I say my first day was today, but, like, really, like, nothing has actually changed. Yes! So, 90s, Spyro can skateboard.
Sounds like 90s.
Like, straight up, like, it was the 90s thing, right? That, like, skateboarding was literally everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for the third game, now Spyro can just skateboard. Because what? Why? Because Skateboarding dragon, that's cool. I mean, I guess skateboarding dragon would be cool.
Skateboarding would be cool if I knew how to do it.
I can't because I have balance issues. Like, I
should do something about that.
I can barely, like... I can barely, like, stand up on my own 2 feet. Put me on a board, that's bad.
Should do something about that, maybe.
I mean, that's also one of the reasons why I barely know how to ride a bike. I can't really balance on it. Okay, I think... No, get me off of this crazy train.
You're on a crazy train.
Yeah, all aboard.
Choo choo.
Ah, catch the 15 lizards. Why you do this, Hunter? At least it's not catch all the 15 lizards. Is it a time limit? That would be like evil incarnate.
Me?
You're not evil incarnate.
Aww. Why not?
Because that's not how you work.
Are you sure?
I went to Jamba Juice. I don't fully remember what a Jamba Juice is.
I got a blender, so I no longer have to go to Jamba Juice.
What does the rest of that message say? I opened the door for an individual, and that individual didn't say thank you!
How rude.
That sounds as rude as me.
Yeah, what a rude kid.
Are you sure you just didn't open the door for me? Well, it should actually be funny, because no one would know it was me. Since I would never show my face to anyone.
Uh-huh.
Anyone.
Uh-huh. Right.
Like, you remember what I look like.
I do.
And you imagine me in a shirt that I haven't owned in like a decade.
I do. What's your point? You did own it at some point. You wore it at some point.
The picture exists, but the picture is old. Maybe the simulation was not pleased I was there. Is the simulation ever happy, though? Isn't that half the point of the simulation? It just doesn't like being happy. Jump! Kill the lizard!
Hey, that was great! While you were boarding.
While I was boarding, they found a random dragon egg lying around. You tell me, program!
All right.
Oof.
If you can catch all the lizards before time expires without wiping...
You suck, Hunter. When did I become the program? How did I become a program? Did nobody tell me I became a program?
Why would you tell a program that they're a program?
So that you could get rid of the program?
Does that get rid of the program, though?
Yeah! I don't know. How do programs work? I don't know how programs work. Who do you think I am?
Maybe you should learn.
Control Alt Dilt. What are you Control Alt deleting? Are you Control Alt deleting the program? From itself?
Sounds fun.
Am I gonna be deleted? What would happen to the stream if I'm deleted while I'm streaming?
Yes?
Daisy!
I'm gonna go with yes.
Hi, I'm Daisy. Now, do I have to go out and pay money bags to free Sheila? Is that all that's left? Yes, that's all that's left, is to free Sheila. So let's go free the kangaroo! Tell me, Hack. How would one delete a Sharky? Where does the Sharky program exist?
Spyro, I love your sweet naivete. Your kind-hearted nature might be your downfall someday. But for the
Why don't you tell me where the Sharky program exists?
I hope you appreciate this favor I'm doing in letting you out.
That's good of you, mate. No hard feelings, eh?
Right. After all, I'm just doing my job.
Gotta run the program that created you. LimeWire. I've never used LimeWire.
I reckon you'd be one of them
Child.
Yeah, name's Spyro.
Never thought I'd see one. You dragons used to rule this entire world, you know.
When did LimeWire die, or is LimeWire still alive?
Dragons used to live here?
Didn't you know?
I assume it
1,000 years ago, I think.
just isn't in use anymore.
Yeah. And the weird thing is, after they left, all the magic
I don't know,
just
because,
went
like,
with them.
I never used any of
Say this world
those.
used to have magic coming out of the wazoo. Flying ships, singing forests, wishing stones, you name it. But
What?
when the dragons left, it all just
What a
seemed to
concept.
Is that why
What? Not using a thing like LimeWire?
starting to fade out too, one by one. Well, I gotta get back home and do some
Being
damage control.
young enough to not have used.
I think that's more a testament to just me not using the internet.
I think you're a child.
What a concept. Felt deep.
Now I have to find out what that nasty
Hiya, Sheila. That you were gone, a bunch of rhinos kicked us out of a...
Because you also have to remember, I don't really use the internet.
That sounds like a you problem.
I mean,
Maybe you should fix that.
how? How would one fix that?
Fixing it.
What would I do? You want me to go download some random things and virus up my computer?
I didn't say that. Well, technically, aren't we still children age-wise, but our frontal lobes are fully developed? I'm old.
Okay, but you're also really not that much older than me.
Okay, but pretty sure I'm the oldest here.
Oh no. Heck may like...
If I remember Heck's age right, and I think I do.
Maybe Heck is secretly 47. Just shock us with a...
Giving away my secrets. I'm under 47.
Ew, 47. You can still be that age and still say you to it.
I feel like if I were 47, I would absolutely say ew.
It doesn't matter what I would say, because I won't make it.
It's exactly why you should be our eyes.
Ew! Ruby! The dragon's not red! How can you have... Why? I don't know. As a kid, I didn't download things so at all, so it's kind of just like, let's not download things now. What?
Was LimeWire how downloaded Simple and Clean? Probably.
I'm actually trying to remember which of the Kingdom Hearts games is Simple and Clean.
The first one?
I honestly was blanking if it was the first or the second.
Wow, you. That's... You're supposed to be the Kingdom Hearts walking wiki. How can you be the walking wiki if you can't answer a basic question like which game was Simple and Clean?
Because my brain is not simple or clean.
Maybe you should clean your brain.
Honestly, it's been a while since I've even listened to Simple and Clean.
Well, why? It's a good song.
Because I kind of would want to listen to a lot of the other Kingdom Hearts songs instead. Because Kingdom Hearts in general has a lot of good songs. Most of them I can't pronounce. Because even the quote-unquote English names are in like 3 different languages.
Wow, you can't pronounce passion?
No, I'm talking about like...
Or sorry, sanctuary. That was the English version.
No, I'm talking about like, crap, there's a bunch of Organization 13 songs are in Italian. One of them's in French. That one's the saddest one. I love it. I definitely can't pronounce any of the Disney songs.
Nope. Those are the hardest ones.
Exactly. Oh, also, there's one thing I'm still super confused about in this game.
Yeah?
I think they Do they mention it in this? Or do they start mentioning it in this cutscene? Oh yeah, Hunter has a thing for the evil witch. And starts trying to romance the evil witch. Which confuses me even now. Because I'm like, why? Why?
Why indeed?
Why is this thing? Why does the cheetah want to romance an evil witch? Is this how like romance works? Just see a person, oh, hey, let's date them.
Sounds weird.
Even in this game, can't really get away from anything. Whee! Whee! What else has actually happened this week to me? Is there anything that happened this week?
Presumably.
Well, I mean, other than, like, my place of work being flooded. Well, okay, our floor wasn't flooded, but the building was.
What floor are you on?
5 and 6. But they had to, clean out the first floor. Because, you know, storms.
What are those?
Things you get when you get rain and there are tropical storms.
What's that like?
You used to have them back in the day.
Used to.
Before you moved to a place that, like, doesn't really get rain.
To the desert.
You should move away from it. Get back to a normal place.
You know, even after quarantine, their expectation is for us to come back to the office. So they told us not to move anywhere.
They shouldn't expect that of people.
Well, that's what they're expecting.
Well, boo them. Boing. Yeah, Satan. Heck. Yeah, Satan.
Yeah, but what about me now? Why?
You should move to a sensible place. That's what I assume. You should move to a sensible place.
That sounds like a concept. Quite a concept.
You should do it. You should embrace that concept.
This concept.
You should embrace it.
Please explain this concept. I am unfamiliar.
Moving? You are very familiar with moving.
Moving to someplace sensible?
Okay.
What's a sensible place to live?
One that you enjoy living and it doesn't, like...
Is that like when I walked through a typhoon thing?
Yo, Spyro!
When did you do that?
When I studied abroad. I
That's
never told you that story?
No.
Oh yeah, that happens. Yep.
Why?
All because there was a thingy. There was a typhoon, and the school didn't give us the day off after like the first period thing. So like that's it. I was kind of forced to just accept being stuck in a typhoon thing. So then I had to go in, and then I didn't want to wait there for like
Who
6
knows?
hours.
Yeah.
So I walked through the typhoon back to the dorms. Not like it was fun, but not like I had a lot of choice. So, you know.
Interesting.
I never told you that story?
No.
Oh. Well, now you know.
I mean, much worse than my 3-hour blizzard.
3-hour blizzard?
When they didn't cancel until noon, and I took public transit, and it took 3 hours for a train to come, and I was standing on the platform for 3 hours in the blizzard waiting for a train to show up. And they were like, hey, a train's coming, and we're like, yeah, a train's coming, and then the train didn't stop. They're like, oh yeah, it's full, so like it didn't stop here. Like after it had left already. And we were like, why didn't you announce it saying train will not stop?
How delightful.
Welcome to places that suck. AKA public transit in America. Because public transit in America sucks. You can tell how bitter I am.
I can.
I mean, it's just, it will always be funny to me that one of the people I worked with went to the same college, always is praising that college, and I'm like, yeah. No. Bad. I only have poison in my heart for the college. Some would say that's Satan's influence.
Hmm?
I would say it's the colleges. What?
I would say, are you slandering me?
Why would I be slandering you?
I don't know. Why would you? Why would you commit such slander?
By saying what?
I don't know.
You can't say I don't know and then say you're slandering me.
I didn't say I was slandering you.
Sharky, what?
I asked if
Please
you were slandering me.
And then explain at what point I was slandering you. Please, say what I said that was slander.
Something, my influence, something.
How is that slander? When you don't even know what I said!
Sharky, why are you slandering?
Yeah, I already saw that and said that. Thanks for joining a few minutes ago. I wouldn't dare repeat it. Thanks. So helpful, heck. What is this, gang up on Sharky Day?
No, that's not a special day. That's every day.
So I'll just shut off this stream, turn off my computer, and go to bed for the rest of the year.
No.
Yes.
He was a capitalist. He was paying the capitalist.
Yeah, 'cause sadly, I have to pay the capitalist money. He steals my money.
Don't transfer.
Or he's also teaming up with the villain in order to make money, because, you know, he's a capitalist. He is, evil little moneybags. Is there another skate park here?
You activated the bellows.
Oh, hey, they activated the rain clouds. You know what was blocking the rain cloud? A baby dragon.
The rhinos must have been using this thing to claw.
Named Henry.
Henry?
Yes, Henry, the baby dragon. Oh. Oh, what's this? I don't know why I said it like I was from, like, Wisconsin or something.
What's this? What's this? There's something very strange.
Our sun has gone out. We can make a new
What's
one
this?
with the
I'm
light
making a
and
new
light
sun.
A new son? What about the old son? What about the prodigal son?
He got poor because he wasn't under his rich capitalist father and didn't know how to spend money because he was a rich capitalist.
I want to know.
I mean, have you actually heard the story of the prodigal son?
Nope. What, you think I... Why would I? That's silly.
So basically it was, kid wanted money, so he went up to Dad and said, Dad, I wish you were dead and you would give me my inheritance right now. Dad was like, okay, fine, here's your inheritance, don't ask for any more. And the kid went and started gambling with all of the money, lost it all, started living in a like basically a pig pen and stuff, and then eventually he came home and the dad's like, oh, you're alive, cool, here's some more money. I'm glad you're alive.
I thought he said don't ask for any more money.
Yeah, well, something, parents always love you. Do you have some questions, comments, and concerns?
No, I have laughs.
And I know I butchered that entire story.
Fake!
Because, like, that's actually not fully what happened, but I don't care. That's basically what happened.
Psych.
I know all those, Christian theologians out there gonna be like, Sharky said the story wrong. He's a bad Christian kid. And I'll be like, you're right. Thanks for telling me things I already know.
Whoa. This game has a vampire class. I want to be a vampire.
Then become a vampire? I mean, you can't actually become a vampire because vampires aren't real. We're not in Twilight.
I don't want to be that. that kind of vampire.
What, you don't want to sparkle?
Yeah, that sounds awful. All the glitter would get everywhere. Horrible.
What's the line? All that glitters is gold?
Glitter is messy.
Man, I haven't been around glitter in a very long time.
Me neither, and I'd like to keep it that way.
Brian! With a
Mhm.
Y! Also, at what point is Heck saying psych to?
I don't know.
Heck, what were you saying psych to?
I must to when I was laughing.
That parents will always love you and care for you and want what's best for you? Is that
I'm
not
assuming that's what.
parents saying lol? Is that not true? Do parents not always love you and care for you and want what's best for you? Is that not how parents work? That's what I was always told how parents worked.
Who told you that?
My parents.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know what answer you expected to that.
That's exactly the answer I expected. That's the point.
How do I get up there? I know I have to go up and down, but how do I go up and down?
By going up, and then going down.
I didn't say up and down.
You didn't?
No, I said up and down.
Well, then by going up and then going out.
Oh, that's how I get over there, but how do I get up there? Man, you don't play this game for like a long time. It's like you forget everything that happens.
What are you talking about? You just played it.
When did I just play Spyro 3?
Now.
Year of the Dragon.
Now. You just played it right now.
Well, I didn't just play it. I am currently playing it. There's a difference.
Exactly. So you were playing it like 2 minutes ago.
No, I'm still playing it. You can't put a past tense on an action that's still occurring.
Sure you can. It's called imperfect tense. I took French. I know these things.
I didn't. I don't know English.
That sounds like a you problem.
You know what's also a me problem? Me existing.
Yep. That does sound like a you problem.
So I should stop doing that.
No.
Right, Heck? Please agree. And if you didn't fully hear, just say yes anyway.
No.
Because that's how it works, right?
Nope.
Since when?
Since it's not.
There it is. No. Come on! Where's the fun? Where's the excitement?
What's excitement?
That thing people supposedly have when stuff happens in their life. I don't know. It's probably the opposite of fear and terror, or it might be fear and terror if you're talking about roller coasters. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm not too good at this type of thing. That would mean having emotions, and I don't know if I have those.
Yep. You do.
Which emotions do I have? And how do I get rid of them?
You don't.
I'm emotionally unattached, so... Same.
Emotionally unattached?
That's what it says?
Yeah. I thought you were saying that.
No, I was reading aloud, what Heck said.
But Heck is the one of us who's married.
Yeah, how does that work? Being, emotionally unattached and married.
Yeesh. Or yes.
Simulation, I guess, beats me. Mood.
Am I the simulation embodied?
No.
Whoa. What power I have.
You're not a simulation embodied.
Aww. Why not?
Because that's not how things work.
Why not?
Because swimming.
Hmm?
I said because swimming.
I
Hey,
don't get it.
but hey, as long as Hex marriage works, that's cool. Just interesting, you would be you would say that you are emotionally unattached. I'm just emotionally not here. I'm also physically not here.
So you're emotionally unavailable?
It sounds about right. And I'm just unavailable. How did I
That
date?
sounds fake.
How did I date people again? Or person?
Oh?
Oh, a lot.
Feed. Kill a random and 40% of your max. That's great. What a
How
great
do you,
skill.
how do you what? How do you
I had a
date?
great vampire skill.
How do you date?
Oh, I can't answer that.
Well, I can't answer that. I haven't been on a date in like it feels like a decade.
Technically, you were in a relationship more recently than I was.
You say hi and get married. Okay, but like all to
Get married right after. Yep.
uh
I mean, Heck's the one of us who would know, so sounds legit. Sounds like totally legit advice.
to say the thing your comment. Yes, I was in a relationship more recently, but wasn't that more recently like a month or something?
Huh?
Wasn't it only like a few
No,
months
it was like-
difference?
It's like half a year.
Was it?
Yeah, because yours was in like November or something.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was March of that year.
Oh, was it March?
Yeah. I mean, it was the same year, but no, it wasn't like 1 or 2 months.
I mean, that was a rough year to begin with. Secret relationships count, Satan.
Hmm?
When was it? When was the last secret relationship?
Are we counting my fictional ones? Are we counting all of the people we've dated in the dating?
I don't think I've dated anybody in the dating sim.
What are you talking about?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Apparently. You need to count all your dating sim dates as relationships. Does that mean I dated Toma? Should I be offended?
By that logic, I've also dated Toma.
Did Toma cheat on you with me?
No, I dumped him.
Good.
Did you dump him?
Of
You better have
course.
dumped him.
Why would I not have dated Toma? Why would I have not dumped Toma? It's
For
Toma.
that matter, that means you would have also dated Ukyo.
The Grim Reaper! Oh no, that's
Sharky got dumped. Oof. Heck doesn't believe you.
Oh, of course I've gotten dumped. Of course I got dumped. Who wouldn't dump me? Wait, do I get... No, I have to come back for the bird. For Sergeant Bird.
No?
I mean, like I said, who wouldn't dump me? That's kind of an obvious choice.
Hmm?
Right? Wouldn't you agree?
I don't get it.
It would be an obvious choice to dump me?
Why?
Why not? If I'm as emotionally unavailable as I say I am.
That's a big if.
Do you not believe me?
Nope.
Why not? In a way, it's
Mr.
a
Sharky is a lying liar has been confirmed on this channel.
in a way, it's a compliment because some people fear dumping others, and you make them comfortable to do so. I mean, that is true. A lot of people do fear that. That is a big thing.
That's how people end up in bad relationships for a long time. But they shouldn't stay.
Comment.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're doing call-outs. You shouldn't call me out like that.
You? Instead I was calling out you.
LOL.
Guess you just called out yourself, because I wasn't trying to call you out.
I mean, Satan with the quick attack. It's super effective. Even though quick attack is never super effective.
Nope.
I mean, what are the words that you use for my ex?
What do you mean?
I meant what I said and I said what I meant? What are the words you use for my ex?
Hmm?
What, how do you describe her?
What, bitch?
I mean, that is one name you call her, yes.
You asked what I use. What's with the big sigh?
Because why wouldn't I sigh?
Because you're the one who asked.
Eyes. Ooh.
I mean, when you've heard some of the stories that Sharky told about her.
I told one story. The anime story.
Uh-huh.
Because apparently anime. Kermit. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. I don't know. Was Heck here for the anime story?
I don't know.
Ah, yes, the anime. So yes, Heck was here for anime. Which is also funny because I got my girlfriend into watching anime.
You made her an anime.
She's actually the reason I watched, Orin.
But then we
Drank to it.
watched it the better way.
We had to cut down the rules so much because we would have died.
Yup.
Because orange drinking is not a good idea with all the
You're
rules.
talking about it was the best idea.
With all the rules they tried to give you. Because we would have been drinking like 5, like, sips every few seconds.
Not to mention that's sips and not shots.
Yeah! There were times it was like, do a shot. Oh, if it's this way, do 2 shots.
Yep.
And those 2 shots happened a lot.
Was it for Aaron or for something else that we set the like
I want a shot now.
max 2 or 3 drinks per incident rule?
We only ever did 1 drinking game, or 2 technically, with stream drinking game. But
I want a shot now.
Lauren, we had to set it to like 2 or 1 in some cases because it was like if we actually counted this out, it's like 7 in just
think
this one
we-
frame.
Yeah, I think we cut it down to like two sips per.
Because there were some frames that were just like deadly.
Yep. The frame appeared, and then it was like, "Hey, you dead now."
Like breaking fourth wall, Tamaki resting on a little box that appeared, Honey Senpai showing up without, was it Usa-chan or whatever? I forgot what it. Did I actually get it right? Jeez, it's been so long since I've seen that show.
I mean, it's short for Usagi, meaning bunny.
Sure.
Yes.
Uh,
You say that like you don't believe me.
what was them, like, was one of them just twincest?
Probably.
I mean, that makes sense because of the twins.
Yeah.
I think, what was it? I think one of them was just one, I think that the rule was 1 shot every time Tamaki flirted with a girl. 2 if it was, Haruhi.
I mean, you're utterly butchering their names.
Yes.
Okay. Why do you say yes like this isn't something you can rectify?
Because that would be me knowing the actual pronunciations of the names. Because I don't. Jason!
Hmm? What, Jason? JavaScript object notation?
No,
Where?
no, Jason!
JSON, right.
No, that's not what I said.
Jason.
The name Jason, like press
Yeah,
X for,
JavaScript object notation.
no, like press X for Jason.
What?
Okay, so,
Like
I-
horror movie murderer?
No. So, I don't remember what you... Do you remember here... Guys, I did my nails yesterday. All black! Nice!
Ooh. I should do my nails. I think my black nail polish is running out. It's getting old.
I've never done that.
That sounds like you.
I remember, what was it, in high school, they wrote me into doing, like, Never Have I Ever, and one person, specifically, I think it was my best friend, wanted to call me out, by saying something about makeup, and I'm like, gosh dang it, like, I had to, like, I couldn't be like, nope, never did it, because... drama. Which I think is the funny part, because, like, I think she was the one who put the makeup on me. What?
So what you should have done was to get back at her by saying, never have I ever done someone else's makeup.
Did that require getting back at people?
Oh, hi, Spyro. Some of my secret
How do you like your nails? Do you like your nails all black? Or would you rather them be purple?
Black is on the ace flag.
It
In fact,
is.
black is on the ace flag, meaning ace. Why are you a kangaroo now?
I'm Sheila!
I looked over and you're not a dragon anymore.
Yeah, I'm Sheila!
Why aren't you a dragon anymore?
Because I'm Sheila!
Why?
Because I told you there's more playable characters!
Why aren't you a dragon?
Because I'm Sheila!
With dragons.
It's my second time doing them. My first was all gray, but this time all black. I prefer black, to be honest. That's fair.
I love black nail polish. I've been wanting to do gel nail polish because it's supposed to last a lot better. And that way I can have all black all the time.
See, I have the problem of I bite my nails.
This
And
also helps prevent biting my nails if I have nail polish on them.
animal cruelty free, may I mention.
Good.
Yeah!
Good.
People shouldn't be cruel to animals.
They should not. But that doesn't mean that they aren't.
See, now I'm a dragon again. Happy?
Dragon!
Since you don't like me being a kangaroo.
This is an ace stream.
Are kangaroos not ace enough for you?
Nothing is as ace as dragons. Come on now.
What about cake? What about cake?
No, no. Because aloe people also have cake for birthdays. They don't become ace on their birthdays. In
Aww.
fact, something something birthday sex.
Right, that does exist.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah.
LOL, exactly. See, I mean, wait, what did I do? What did I do? catch the funky chicken. What?
Funky chicken.
Apparently I caught a funky chicken.
Does the chicken play that funky music? White boy.
I knew you were going to make that joke. I just knew it, and I was...
I mean, you should know. You know me.
Do I know you?
Supposedly.
Do I know anybody?
Supposedly.
Do I know myself?
Supposedly.
Man, I really want cake. I need to order a small cake or something. I need to find a way to order a small cake or something.
You should do that.
I was gonna say the sad thing is, but I don't know if it's sad, but I would be the only one who eats it, since I'm apparently the only one in this house who actually likes cake.
That is sad. That means that people don't appreciate cake. Cake is magical.
I haven't had cake since February. You can probably, like, there's probably cake deliveries. I think there's cake deliveries. You should get some cake too, Hack.
Mm-hmm.
More people should have cake.
Yeah. Dying from lack of cake sounds like one of the worst kinds of death.
Wait, what? What?
Right alongside dying for lack of alcohol, which is obviously totally a thing.
That's never a thing.
Obviously totally a thing.
That will never be a thing.
You sure?
I'm fighting a robot shark!
You're fighting a robot shark?
I'm fighting.
I thought you were the robot shark.
Quack!
You fighting yourself?
Quack!
Why are you fighting yourself?
Quack!
Ribbit.
Come on, shark, get up here. Stop trying to bite me. No biting. Ow! I said no biting.
Well, it said that it doesn't care.
Well, I killed it.
Good
For a split
job.
second, I thought that was real. Satan, I got scared.
Hmm?
Wait, what was real?
Dying from lack of alcohol.
You shouldn't scare our viewers just because you want more alcohol in your life.
I should get more wine. Or maybe I should make a cocktail?
Or maybe cake.
Maybe a wine spritzer cocktail?
Cake.
No, just wine. I put wine in cake, yes. What's your point?
Yeah, we did it when I visited you.
Uh-huh.
That poor, poor wine.
What do you mean that poor wine? It got turned into cake. That's the best kind of outcome.
Heard of dying from alcohol, but never heard from lack of it. But I'll put a cherry on top for 2020. You shouldn't scare our viewers like that.
Well, you see, dying from lack of alcohol is the same as dying from not self-medicating. Oh. Yep.
It's over here. Oh, this is gonna be terrible.
Man, bad at video.
What?
Dying.
What'd you say?
Huh?
Said, what did you say?
I said I keep dying. I'm bad at video.
What's that phrase?
Are you about to tell me to get good? Just fuck you.
I mean, I don't even know what you're playing or what anything about it.
Froggy would.
What? Satan, what you playing?
I'm playing Sproggywood. Wasn't I rambling about it earlier?
You were
Yes,
also
that's
rambling about another game earlier.
Oh. Are you suggesting that I should switch to playing... What's it? Kitty Powers Love Life?
You kind of talk about a lot of games. As
Those games are fun.
unlike me.
What do you mean, unlike you?
Games are fun, unlike me. I said what I meant, and I meant what I said.
Okay, kid.
Like, I don't know how confusing that sentence is.
Very.
Do the viewers not agree that I am not fun?
They do not agree.
Well, they should agree. They should agree with the truth.
And dictate how our viewers should feel.
Never would have crashed that submarine if Sal.
Stew the seal? Just one more. I'm so confused. So explain this game to Hack.
What do you mean?
Hack asked what you're playing, so explain it to him.
I'm playing Sproggywood.
Which
I
is...
am a cube-headed farmer being bossed around by Sprog, who is a little spirit who claimed to be an evil master person, but actually he's just cute. And I just died again. I'm not good at video games. This is quite sad. I keep dying. And it's only level 2.
I mean... It's
I'm gonna
probably...
stop playing this.
It's probably meant to be hard.
I mean, yeah.
Have you
Not
tried
dying?
not dying?
No, I haven't tried that. Let me get right on that.
How does one not die? Please explain, because I think in these games I died a lot.
I'm gonna get wine.
Wow.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I think you should go to bed.
That sounds great.
Yeah, go to bed. Have fun. Bye.
But we're streaming.
Bye. Ooh, Hex said get good.
Sorry, I can't. I'm Satan. I'm only bad.
Wine, 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 wine.
Thanks for encouraging my alcoholism.
Do not encourage anyone, Hack. You should discourage it.
Sharky, you should drink too.
What would I drink? What would I drink? Sharky, go, 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 go! What am I drinking? I can't drink, I'm murdering flowers. I'm a flower murderer. Cannot drink and murder at the same time. It's not allowed. It's in the rules.
Okay, I'm back. I have
Right?
a nice glass of rosé. Sharky, go, 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 go.
I said I can't go. I'm too busy murdering flowers.
Why are you murdering Flower? Flower is not even here right
No,
now.
not flower. Flowers.
Why are you murdering multiple of Flower? That's very rude. You shouldn't murder our viewers.
Should I murder myself instead?
No. No murder.
Sabina!
1/16 of Jack Daniel's apple left and 5/8 of margarita wine left. Margarita wine? What's that?
It's wine made of margaritas.
But margaritas aren't made of grapes.
So- please don't ask these questions. I don't know anything. I am just a poor shark from a poor family. Margarita wine, from...
Sprout? I'm gonna Google that.
I'm just a poor shark from a poor family.
Sprout. Fruit wines.
Prickly pear flavor.
Ooh.
How does one have a flavor of a pear?
Lime margarita. Wine cocktail. Ready to drink. Wait, but this says Flybird. That doesn't say Sprouts.
Does that require
Oh,
one to have a
Sprouts
sense of taste?
Door.
Does this require one to have a sense of taste?
Sprouts is a farmer's market. Okay.
Because if so, I'm disqualified.
What do you mean, does it require you to have a sense of taste?
Does it require you to have a sense of taste? I think that's a simple question.
Anyway, Flybird Baja Lime Margarita Agave Wine. Interesting.
It's by Flybird.
Yeah, okay. So it is the one I just found. Except I don't see that flavor, but that's cool. That looks interesting.
John.
Lime one, and there's a strawberry one. Cute baby.
It's Baby Dragon.
Has a little eggshell on its head. That's cute.
Yes, babies are cute.
Babies are loud.
That is a true statement.
Cry a lot.
Babies are cute is a true statement. Is
it though?
Yeah. I've only tried strawberry, blood orange, and prickly pear. Blood orange is the best.
Oh. I love blood oranges.
How bloody are the oranges?
Super bloody.
What if you're not a huge fan of blood? Or the orange is not for you?
Better. I mean, blood oranges are like a little bit sweeter, I think, usually than regular oranges, and they look off. Win-win.
I don't know what a blood orange even looks like. What does a blood orange even look like?
Huh?
What does a blood orange even look like?
It looks like an orange, but the inside is red. Bloody looking. I made blood orange pancakes. But then I had an entire blood orange and a half left over, so I also made blood orange mimosas. Great.
Uh-huh.
Mimosas. And then I think something with the blood orange juice, like, react with the sparkling wine. So it was super fizzy. Really, really fizzy.
What, was it a fizzy lifting drink?
Bunch of sheep and flying saucers.
What the what? I suck at video games. What the? Why do people allow me to play video games? People should not allow me to play a video game.
No?
It's okay, Sharky, no worries.
Check it out.
I
Tater. Tater. Where's Ty?
don't know.
I asked the dragon Tater, where's Ty?
Dead.
Why did you murder a baby dragon? That's not okay.
Hmm?
It's not okay to murder dragons.
I didn't murder.
Especially murdering baby dragons.
Should I use Time Wizard on them first?
Make
Ripe old age?
Make him 1,000-year dragon.
You know, if I lived for 1,000 years, I'd be begging for death.
I forgot I was supposed to make
Ooh.
buffalo wings tonight.
Buffalo cauliflower is great, and Alamo Draft House put up a recipe on their site for their buffalo cauliflower, and it's so good. And I think it even has I think it even comes with a recipe for like mayo or for vegan ranch. I think it was vegan ranch.
I don't think I've ever had these things.
Their fried cauliflower, buffalo cauliflower, is so good. I feel like that's the saddest part of not going to the movies right now. It's because they have such good buffalo cauliflower. Here, let me find the recipe. Can. They posted it, yeah, back in March. I haven't tried the recipe, but if it's the same one as they serve, it's so good. And because of quarantine, they put the recipe online. That's one of my favorite things from them, actually.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard that Sorceress was planning to ambush you, I got here as fast as I could. No worries though. This pussy green dog will be no match for the two of us.
I'm murdering a frog thing.
Why are you murdering?
Well, it's not actually a frog. It's a rhino turned into a thing.
A rhino turned into a thing. It
That-
sounds like animal cruelty.
Tell that to the evil sorceress.
Excuse me, evil sorceress. This is like
The sorceress would like to say, I guess die?
I'd love to.
But you're not allowed to.
Oh, well, why are you telling?
Sharky, why you so mean? When has a shark ever been so...
Be nice to Satan.
I think that's an oxymoron.
Why? Why is it an oxymoron? Hmm?
Because I'm dead.
Dead, you're not allowed.
Do you tell the class, Sharky? I don't have class. I'm too dumb.
You should become classier.
There's no way that I could ever have class. I left college for that specific reason. What the what?
What?
What the what? Huh. So weird.
Hmm.
Ow!
Yeah.
I'm not a cat.
Then why do you keep sounding like one?
I don't sound like a cat. Do y'all recall a time in school when you asked if it was okay if you go to the restroom and they said no?
What would you do now if someone tell you no? I would laugh. Probably.
I'd be like, you can't tell me what
Well,
to do.
actually, I think I would 6.
You would say what?
I would just say, excuse me. I wouldn't ask.
I'm trying to think of if there was a time where they actually said no. I can't remember anything, but like I also can't remember most of school.
Like, I feel like sometimes teachers treated asking go to the room as like, oh, you get out of class, like leave you.
I know I had a teacher who... Would you attend detention for that, Satan? I feel like I wouldn't do that either. I had a teacher...
Would I attend detention for that? Well, never actually went to detention for anything.
I had a teacher who, like, if you said, can I go to the bathroom, would just, be like, I don't know, can you?
See, we had these bathroom pass things for each room, and so only one person take the time. So if you really need to go, you better beat the other people to it.
So you had to get into a fist fight over who could go to the bathroom?
No, you just had to race to get the pass thing. And then if you walked around without the pass thing, then they yelled at you.
Oh no! Yelling!
And sometimes I got accused of skipping study hall because their scanner things didn't work, so it didn't check me right properly.
The scanners? How advanced is this school?
It's a public school, but like had IDs with RFID. They were really bad RFID readers, so it wouldn't work half the time. So it was very frequent that I would get like an attendance slip thing saying that I had like missed some study hall or something, because you were allowed to go to like the library or something instead for a study hall, but you had to wait in line at the library for them to scan your ID. And yeah, and so they were supposed to have a track of where you were for every period. I think you also had to scan in for lunch or something, and our IDs had the number of your lunch period on them, and then the security guards had to stand there and make sure you didn't skip class by going to a lunch period that wasn't your own.
That sounds super advanced.
I mean, it was a relatively nice public school.
You went to a super advanced public school, got it?
I went to a relatively suburban public school, I guess.
Because, like, we had IDs that, like, were literally never used.
I mean, I also went to
You cut out, what'd you say?
I went to a much bigger school than you.
Oh, yes. But yeah, we got IDs for some reason, but, like, they were literally, like, never brought up or used or, like, talked about in any way, shape, or form.
Lunch lady yells at me, not well.
What?
That sounds... See, I feel like our lunch ladies and stuff didn't really care if we... The lunch cafeteria, whatever. Yeah, they didn't really care. But the food wasn't good.
See,
I did the thing where we bounced chicken nugget on the table.
What?
It did bounce. It bounced half a table away, in fact.
What?
Yeah.
What is this thing?
Yeah. Well, wait, did you have school cafeterias and stuff?
We had one cafeteria.
Yeah. So did you ever have the shitty cafeteria food experience?
What experience?
Where the cafeteria food sucks.
I mean,
Like, once I bought a fruit cup and then there was, like, one layer down.
I mean, our cafeteria food wasn't, like, phenomenal.
And we literally used the same catering service cafeteria as in the prisons.
They called the duty... What's a duty supervisor?
They called the duties. You have
What?
You can throw it away afterwards, but you have to take it at work. That's just encouraging.
What's a duty supervisor?
I don't know, but that's just waste.
I'm so confused. Why would somebody force you to take the food? And then just say, like, just throw it away if you don't care. There was people in charge during lunch break hours, since teachers took their breaks and lunches when we did. Is that what they were called? Like security guards? What?
We just had security guards. They were just called security guards.
I mean, we had 2 teachers who you had to ask in order to, like, go to the bathroom or something and, like, write on a piece of paper, like, this person went out this time and came back this time. But, like, They didn't force you to do, like, they didn't really do anything.
I mean, we had 4 different lunch periods, I think. Like, you could have lunch during any time from 4th to 7th period. 7th was the latest lunch, and it wasn't until, like... And so, you're probably gonna be pretty hungry.
We being a small school, only had an elementary. What?
I don't think we had security guards in
I didn't have a
I had security
cafeteria.
guards in high school.
I didn't have a cafeteria in elementary.
There's currently a campaign at my high school, Sarah, and I sent in an email comment telling them, yeah, get the police out of our schools. Terrible.
That makes me even more confused. What? An elementary? What? See, like I said, I didn't have a cafeteria. I think it was like once a month they served they served food, but like you had to order it like a week ahead of time.
We had cafeteria. I don't remember, except for that I used to get chocolate milk, and they had the shitty square pizza things. And then when I was older in high school, then I would get lunch, and because I would get this bottle of, but it didn't fit on the tray, so I would hold it. But then they like didn't see it half the time. But then one time they accused me of stealing it, and I was like, I never tried to hide it. You never saw it.
Wait,
You
what
guys didn't
square
always see
pizza
it.
things?
Huh?
What square pizza things?
Like, you know those, I don't know, mass pizzas that they make? They're really big, and then they cut them in squares.
No?
I don't know how to explain it to you.
Like, our pizza was pizza.
I don't know how to explain it to you then.
Like we just had pizza.
You had pizza?
Yeah, we had like actual slices of pizza.
Listen to Sharky over here, babe.
Ah, yes, in my super fancy schooling.
Yep.
You're right, my schooling was like the most fancy thing ever. What?
Yep.
What a rich kid I was.
Fancy Sharky.
Being able to afford like one slice of pizza and a drink,
Yeah, it's so fancy.
and that's all I ate all day. Because that's literally all I could get. Maybe if I was lucky, I might have been able to afford a donut in the morning.
Sometimes I bought cup noodle for lunch because it was cheaper and because I like cup noodle. And
Did you buy cup noodle from the school, or like you brought it in?
They had other stuff besides the thing. So they had cup noodles, and I think they had like a cheesy cup noodle flavor. And then this white girl made fun of me because she said drinking the soup at the end of the cup noodle is gross, but that's where all the flavor is. Yes, it's also where all the heart attack is, but that's where all the flavor is. In the soup.
Cream
Anyway,
cheese
so white girls
with
are racist.
hot Cheetos?
Oh man, my friends used to love it.
What? I am so confused.
I don't understand how this was not a thing for you.
Cream
Definitely
cheese?
a thing for me.
Hot what? Hot what?
Yeah.
Please explain.
People would buy cream cheese and hot Cheetos and eat them together. You dip the hot Cheetos in the cream cheese.
Okay, but what if...
From a food science perspective, the cream cheese helps cool your tongue from the hot Cheetos.
Okay, but like, just bear with me. What if they didn't sell those things?
Well, you see, we went to...
Like...
We had normal childhoods.
Ouch.
Hmm?
I said ouch.
I didn't say that was a good thing. I'm just saying that's what we had.
Like, I'm trying to remember what they sold in our cafeteria. There was one thing that changed every day. It was like the specialty. They would serve a veggie burger or a regular burger. Pizza, regular pepperoni. Fries, sometimes Old Bay fries.
I think heck is... You've got Old Bay fries?
Sometimes, yeah. There were a few times there's Old Bay fries.
We had curly fries sometimes.
Oh no, no curly fries. This is just straight fries.
Yeah.
This is as straight as most of the people I grew up with.
So repressed.
Yes. Repressed fries, yes.
Alright, I will believe that your fries are just repressed curly fries. Got it.
Zucchini, carrots, and chicken broiled sandwiches? What?
Sounds healthy. Why is your shit so healthy?
I'm trying to think. What else? I might actually have to message my best friend and be like, what else was sold in lunch? Because I honestly don't remember. I thought it was because of Obama. That's what we were told. Obama did it.
Okay. That's interesting.
What else? In the morning, you could get donuts if you wanted if you had the money before.
I used to get bagels and cream cheese.
They did have that, but like, I don't like cream cheese.
Well, hot Cheetos and cream cheese.
But they didn't sell hot Cheetos, and they only sold cream cheese in the morning.
Sounds terrible.
Like, they only sold it when the bagels were out, I believe.
So they didn't have bagels for the rest of the day, or what?
No, they didn't.
Why not?
It was only available in the morning. Before classes started. What else did they sell?
Right up, Spyro. I always knew.
Tonight is my big ice day. Will you please help me? Thanks.
Yeah, I think they passed this thing about healthy food in some schools in America, and during that time, they took the unhealthy food out like pizza and hamburgers and replaced it with vegetables and chicken sandwiches, chicken burritos, etc.
That sounds about right, I guess, but we didn't do that. I think we had a pasta option. Had red sauce and white sauce, and I think I used to alternate between.
Oh, I think sometimes there were like, sometimes your specialty food was like lasagna. I'm trying to think of anything else that was like, I guess I really didn't pay attention to most of the food options since I only had like $20 for the entire week, and that was like basically just getting pizza and a drink.
Sounds like you.
That literally, like, by the time, like, if I had like a pizza and drink like the entire week, like, that was $20.
My parents gave me a budget of like $20 for lunches, and then I, at some point, used to be stupid and I would get like a cosmic brownie or a honey bun or something for lunch, and that was it. And then I saved my money for video games.
Well, see, the thing is, like, if I wasn't like eating, I could have saved it. But like the cheapest option was like the pizza. I think the pizza was like I think the burger was a bit more expensive than the pizza. I never ate lunch now that I remember, and if I did, it was a chocolate chip cookie. I ate breakfast at home. See, I didn't have breakfast at home. That required.
Like for a while, I had breakfast. That was also a. Yep.
Having breakfast at home required like getting up early enough to like eat foods, and that's just a lot of effort. Since I like barely woke up early enough to like get ready before having to run out the door to catch the bus.
I think by high school I stopped eating breakfast. And now I only have coffee for breakfast.
If for some odd reason my parents gave me too much money that day, then I got like the donut in the morning.
I don't think they had donuts at my school.
I don't even know, like, did they have cookies at my school? I don't remember them having cookies, but that could just be me being an idiot.
I think my school had cookies or something.
See, I was also constantly yelled at by my friends for not eating more at lunch. And then later I was like, I didn't eat really at lunch because I didn't have the money to eat at lunch.
Yeah, then your friends yelled at you more. I remember you did.
Yeah, and then they yelled at me more, being like, well, why didn't we give you money? I'm like, why would I ask you guys for money? Like, that doesn't... No! It's not an option.
Man, now I want cup noodles. But I don't have any.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Oh shit, it's 8:37. I should check the table system.
Sounds like a personal problem.
And what if it is?
Sleep.
Ooh, Sharky with zinger.
I zinged oh so hard. I zinged, then I zanged. Was that funny? Was it a funny joke? Did I do a haha?
Yep.
Man,
Funny.
my once in a lifetime joke. I did it.
Good job.
That's illegal in some states. Being this funny sounds about right. I mean, most things are illegal in most states. Like being a Sharky. Being a Sharky is illegal in some states.
It is?
Totally.
Oh no. What are you gonna do then?
Be illegal. What else am I gonna do?
Okay, I'm gonna go check it out. Right back.
I mean, I actually don't know what you were saying was illegal in some states. Heck.
Mm-hmm.
I said I don't know what heck was actually saying is illegal in some states.
I don't know. Being funny?
You're funnies, oof.
You're funny.
I mean, I would not agree that I am funny.
You're funny.
Please explain where my sense of
You're
humor comes
multiple funnies.
from. Please
You're a collection of funnies.
Yeah!
No!
Crap. Or as they say in like SpongeBob, tartar sauce.
Mm-hmm.
What?
What? SpongeBob tar-
That's what they use like to substitute for curse words, if I remember right.
tartar sauce.
Yes.
Goes
Except,
on fish.
except in that one episode where they decided that like all the characters should like swear up a storm, so they just like kept bleeping out stuff that they said with dolphin noises.
Are you gonna be dolphin?
Sorry, I'm a shark duck thing. I'm not a dolphin.
Pango is gone.
Good for you. I remember that. Good. You should remember that. I mean, SpongeBob did a lot of weird things. It was a... I don't know how SpongeBob existed and still exists, because I think they're still technically making episodes for it.
Aren't they?
Hmm? Say that again?
I said, are they? Interesting.
I believe they're still making episodes for it.
I don't know. It's not like I paid.
Well, why not?
Because I don't really care about SpongeBob.
Totally should.
Oh, well, I don't.
SpongeBob should be your most favoritist show. I think the only thing about SpongeBob I've heard recently was like something people assume that Nickelodeon like said that he was gay, fine, or not gay, Ace.
Well, Twitter or something about that, and then about asexuality as a whole,
Because what?
is up for discourse. But basically, Nickelodeon included SpongeBob on a tweet of like LGBT characters, along with like,
Cora, not them.
and then people took that to mean SpongeBob is gay, and then people were like, no, he was from Ace, and then there was a lot of bickering.
Yeah, and also I think like Hack said, the creator, I believe, said
Yeah.
that, no, he's Ace.
Correct. But that would require people sexuality, and a lot of people don't want to do it. So instead, they
Would rather ship Patrick and SpongeBob? Or SpongeBob and
look if
Squidward?
people were just neutrally shipping care.
You cut
Also,
out.
in the first place, it's a children's show, and maybe we shouldn't be wondering who these characters in a children's show want to have sex with. Uncomfortable.
But what if they want to ship Sandy and SpongeBob? What are they gonna do?
Huh?
What if they want to ship Sandy and SpongeBob? As some people did, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I was under the impression that that was this like semi-canon thing of like him having a crush on her or something. I don't know. But in the first place, I never really watched, so I can't say that for sure. So you shouldn't take my word for it.
I mean, me being me has always been like, no, they're friends.
I honestly never cared about SpongeBob in the first place, so like, don't ask me.
I was like, no, they're friends. Like, what? Sharky being Sharky. Yeah, me being me. They're friends.
I mean, yeah,
So, like,
they can be friends and also someone have a crush on the other.
see, but I was just like, it never read that way to me.
I don't
Because
know.
it's just
It
like-
read that way to me in the sense that like most shows would introduce a character of the opposite sex or whatever, and that alone with a couple interactions was almost enough to like as a kid I understood what society was trying to tell me of like, oh, these characters are opposite genders and interacting sometimes, therefore ship them. Like that's a thing in the sense that that's what a lot of shows and stuff do. That doesn't mean that it's like a good ship or whatever.
always
you know.
male protagonist and female protagonist.
Yeah. Well, depending on the show, if it's like a slightly side character, but still, you know, the opposite sex. It was just kind of indirectly implied, I guess, that you were supposed to expect them together because we're heteronormativity. And like, I wouldn't really agree now, but as a kid, I understood that this was what I was supposed to interpret out of it.
Huh.
Anyway, I'm done with Abel's Sisters, so I'll be back again.
See, I don't remember shows where I ever read that, unless it was explicitly stated. Because obviously some shows are very explicit about it. And now I'm trying to think of some shows from my childhood that were explicit about it. Wait, what other shows was it, like, implied? Am I learning things that I never knew as a child?
Okay, I'm back again.
Sharky, yes, Sharky, you are right. What other shows was it applied?
Hmm?
I think everyone is right now.
What?
I'm like, what other shows from that time was it, like, implied that love interest?
Mm. I mean, wasn't it implied that Daphne and Fred were a thing in Scooby-Doo? I think.
I don't remember. The only thing I remember is the one Scooby-Doo show where it was like, obviously they were like they were dating, but that's a more recent one. In that same show, Velma and Shaggy were dating for a while. Until Velma asks Shaggy to, care for her more than he cares for Scooby, and he said, that's not happening.
I mean, really, if someone asked me that if compared to my cats, yeah, why not Velma and Daphne?
Why not?
It should be.
I don't know. As a kid, I never... That was another one where I was like... I never saw that.
What, Daphne Fred?
Yeah.
I think it was suggested in something or other. I'm not really remembering exactly what, but something.
Like, I heard later that that was a thing, and I was like, oh, okay. But as a kid, I never saw that. I was just like, hey, they're solving mysteries, that's cool. They're catching bad people, cool. That's really about it.
Oh, Sharky.
Is this how I should have known that I was, like, super ace? Is this one of the things?
I mean, I feel like,
Good old Sharky.
like, it's more of a picking up societal clues kind of thing, I guess.
But, like, I don't know. Why should I assume that they're dating?
I mean, the
Or that they
answer is
want to
they shouldn't.
date.
But at the same time, like, society was implying it.
But how should I know what society's implying? They're friends! Like, that shouldn't imply anything other than they're friends!
Hey, Spyro! Zoe told me that if we hit that doodad up there, the pool...
Why couldn't the Scooby Gang just be the Scooby-Doo Gang? Exactly! Why did there have to be, like, implied relationship stuff involved? Just solve some mysteries, have some fun! Try not to get caught in whatever. Catch Old Man Jenkins. Super Flame the Flower Pots. Okay. Psych, here comes sexual tension. But what sexual tension?
The subtle sexual tension.
So subtle, I didn't realize it existed.
Not like that's hard for you.
I mean, that's fair. Even now, I don't realize sexual tension exists, like, 89% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
My good friends...
I mean, I know that there was also one series of like Scooby-Doo where Shaggy, Scooby, and Fred were living together, and Daphne and Velma were living together.
Yeah, that one.
And then there was something about Valentine's Day or something. I don't remember. I just remember.
Well, what I remember was that they're like, oh no, we can't have Daphne and Fred live together. But then they accidentally then implied that Daphne and Velma were lesbians.
Can't friends live together?
They can, but I think there was some comment that implied that they were lesbians.
There was also in one of the shows, Fred was like, I think it was the one where he like it was actually like that I was talking about earlier. That was like he was dating Daphne and like Shaggy was dating Velma. Fred says at one point like, "Oh no, like you call me Fred, unless we're dating, then you call me Freddy." And then there was another clip like right under it where Shaggy was like, "Freddy!" Being like, are they in a huge like poly relationship or something?
Why not?
Like, why not?
Sounds legit. Yeah, that sounds fair. That
I
sounds
can't
like-
see Velma and Shaggy. Well, that's why they broke up in the show.
Yeah, I feel like Velma Shaggy just sounds. I feel like I have a hard time shipping that as a particular pair.
I find a hard time shipping Shaggy with anyone except for food.
Drugs, don't forget drugs.
Yes, he was on drugs the entire time, that is true.
Yeah, so instead of shipping him with food, you should be shipping him with drugs.
Fair. I mean, I also can't really, like, see Velma with anyone. Personally.
I feel like, on one hand, just because she's a nerd doesn't mean she's ace. And on the other hand, she could totally be.
Honestly, yeah, Shaggy is the ace.
Actually, no. I think that I don't ship Velma with any of them, but she is not necessarily ace. She's just too good for most of them.
Fair. Shaggy, all he cares about is drug, food, and Scooby.
Me. Yeah. Yep.
How would he not be the ace one?
I mean, there can be more than one ace.
I mean, yes, but like, is a show like that gonna have more than one ace? They're more than likely gonna have zero.
Technically, a show doesn't have to have any aces and usually does. And technically, it could have more than one ace. So, you know.
It can, but will it?
What will shows have an ace character?
No,
I don't know.
because
Ask Riverdale.
yeah, I was gonna say no because Riverdale failed it on the easiest one.
They didn't fail it. They actively made the choice not to do it. In the worst way possible, I felt like. Because then he was, like, almost cheating? Like, he kissed another girl.
I don't remember that.
Said girl turned out to be bi?
I don't remember
Or
that.
lesbian. I don't know if she ended up being straight lesbian. Straight lesbian.
Funny.
I didn't intend to make that joke, but that's what ended up happening. I don't know if she ended up being plain lesbian, but yeah, and then she ends up being Cheryl's girlfriend.
I don't remember this.
Satin.
Satin with the zingers!
I became Satin?
Yes!
Oh god!
You
Am
are,
I a fabric?
You are...
Of the universe?
No!
Oh good, because I don't want to be part of the universe.
I mean, technically, aren't we all part of the universe? Getting deep there. I don't... Alright. Let's not rip the viewers. Yeah, you shouldn't rip the viewers. You should rip the fabric. Satin!
Me!
No!
Yeah, rip me. Me.
No.
Rip me.
No.
I'm the most rippable here.
Being satin and all?
Uh-huh. Exactly.
I mean, what other, like... I'm trying to think, what other show characters are like, this is... I honestly don't know what show characters would be like Ace. Probably because I don't really watch shows too often. I don't know what the community is like. This is our rap. Out of shows. Name some Ace characters. Or headcanon Ace characters, please.
Headcanon-based characters?
Yeah, what are some headcanon Ace characters? Since, like, no show is actually gonna confirm Ace characters. No! No!
Not Brock. Definitely not Brock. More likely Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny.
I would be surprised if Brock.
I'm trying to think. Because I feel like there have definitely been characters that I've had cast as Ace, but I need to remember them. What have I watched recently, even?
I don't know, what have you watched recently?
Let's check Netflix. Who do I headcanon Ace?
Also, bringing up Pokemon real quick, that's another one that I was very confused about that, like, I had to look back on, was Misty Ash.
See, I feel like well, so you said it was from the musical thing.
Yes.
Sort of unofficial.
Yeah,
you
it was
know
from the
what?
musical.
I didn't even know that it was from a musical in particular. So going back to like the LimeWire thing, I think that's how I obtained that song, and I just kind of took it as being part of like a movie or something. So in my mind, it's canon.
Interesting.
I mean, just because I came across the file, but I didn't know what the source was particularly. So I just kind of was like, yeah.
Especially
I also didn't really have a concept of like canon versus not canon, as long as it was like a published thing.
So yeah, what else have you watched recently that would be like, this is Ace character? Is there one in Umbrella Academy?
In Umbrella Academy?
Yee.
No.
No?
Well, I mean, let's go through the.
Oh,
Umbrella
yeah,
Academy
no.
characters.
No.
Allison and Luther were like a thing, so both of them are out.
Isn't there, like, a theory that, like, she rumored him?
What, Luther?
Yeah, she rumored him into liking her.
There was a theory about that?
Yeah, I believe there's a theory about that.
You know,
I don't.
fans come up with theories for things, but I don't know that there's like particular evidence behind it.
So I think it was that, like, during one of the scenes, and I think it was in the it was in the first season.
Yeah, that fingers.
There was like when where in her head she was going through a bunch of the like rumors that she did throughout her life. One of them was I heard a rumor you loved me, which some people took as her then husband and some people took as Luther.
I would interpret that as her husband, not Luther.
Well, it gets into the argument of which obviously we don't know. How long does her rumors last? Do they last forever, or do they wear off? Because...
Well, I mean, like... So, like...
Like, I'm not saying, like, you're wrong or anything. I'm just like, this is a thing.
Sure. And I think I vaguely remember the thing you're talking about. I always like her husband because it seemed like the one between her and Luther, like, well, okay, for one thing, like you hear her voice during that, right? And I feel like it was when her voice sounded a little bit older. And like, I think that with the way things were at Umbrella Academy, I want to say that she didn't rumor Luther over that. Like, that one was probably a little bit more quote unquote natural. Because it seemed to be like she rumored people a lot more to get whatever she wanted, regardless of like consequences or whatever.
Yes.
Once she was a bit older and like left the academy. And I mean, in terms of how long do her last, I mean, it's kind of like the Kilgrave thing, right?
Yes.
His powers don't last forever. And like, even with the particular example that we see from her child, like, oh, I heard a rumor you're really tired. It's not like her child is forever tired. It's, okay, go to bed now.
Good night. Yeah.
And it's also more of a like, when they see each other again, there is like tension again. Where I'm like, I would not say that it's like a rumor thing, because it's sort of on both sides, and I think more so on Luther's side. And I feel like Luther's aware of her powers.
Yes, he would be.
And like, I mean, okay, if I'm really thinking about it, she also has a line, I think, in season 1 where she tells Luther, like, oh, sometimes I think you're the only person who knows what I'm really like and still loves me. Which I feel like would imply that he wasn't rumored. Because, I mean, if she had rumored him,
yeah,
he wouldn't have a choice.
That is true, yes. Yeah, those two, Diego is Diego.
Right, so we're going through the rest of the characters now?
Yeah.
Well, season 2 happened with Diego.
Well, I think even in
Even in
season
season 1,
1,
he has a love interest.
yeah.
With an implied BDSM joke at one point.
I don't remember that.
What's her name makes a comment about like, oh, running around like wearing leather, and he's like, you used to like it when I wear leather.
Ah.
Anyway, so that's Diego. Then we're back to Allison. Then we have Klaus, who we know is not.
He's
Both because he has that whole romantic side thing nearer the end, and also because he's just implied at various points, like, oh yeah, he had sex with people and got into relationships with people just because he was tired of being homeless.
yeah.
Which I mean, granted, that's not sexual attraction, but then he has that whole
Thing.
thing. Though of course there is also an argument of like Ace versus Arrow in this discussion.
Yes.
But for purposes of simplicity, because they're not really putting into consideration like the split attraction model in mainstream TV. So we're gonna just take that to mean that he's just bi/pan.
Yeah.
And he reads as someone who more like pan, probably.
Yes. That's what I like. I was like, fire pan, yeah.
Yeah. 5 is Dolores, but I don't know how much we want to count that.
That's complicated. That is
it's
complicated.
And 5 doesn't have like any other love interests, but they do keep bringing up he's like 40 years older than he looks.
Everyone, yeah.
So he's a good like 20 years older than everyone there.
And in like a 12-year-old body.
13.
Oh, is it 13?
Yeah, it's his 13-year-old body. They say that a lot.
I don't remember that.
Then there's Ben, who 1 is dead, and 2 has his own little arc of it in season 2.
Yes.
And then we have Vanya.
Which is a thing. She has her own thing.
I want to say that with season 2, Vanya's bi. At least bi. It's more questionable in season 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I could see the argument the relationship in season 1 only happened because first time, like, I think I heard somebody be like, it's really the first time people have, like, or, like, you see people show an interest in her, as a person rather than just being like, oh, so you're related to the Umbrella Academy?
It's a bit confusing.
Yes.
But on the other hand, I want to say, like sexuality is not that good. If you're not attracted to some gender at all, you're probably not going to be, like, ripping off your clothes to have sex with them, even if they are the first ones to ever pay attention to you, because, I mean, that can still be a friend.
Yeah.
So I would still say that's more towards the bi side, but there can be an argument that she was confused and lonely and desperate, so maybe she's just lesbian.
Yeah.
That can be a whole discussion. At the very least, she's not straight.
Yes.
We'll leave it at that. She's not straight.
Also, people should watch the Umbrella Academy, because the Umbrella Academy is good.
Umbrella Academy is good. I'm very sad that season 2 is already over with because I'm like, wait, but I want to keep watching.
Yeah. Yeah. Bi- I want more.
Yep, pretty much.
Highly recommend watching because just it's good. You will have fun and other feelings depending.
And other feelings.
Ellen Page, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't remember ever seeing any other thing that she's been in.
All I know is I believe that Ellie from The Last of Us was based on her.
Well,
and really, that's all I need to know.
Yeah, well, yeah, because she's the voice actor and I think mocap actor for Ellie. It's the same thing with what was she in X-Men?
I don't know. Let me Google it.
It's the same thing in the game Beyond Two Souls. They use her as the voice actor and the
She plays Kitty. She's Shadowcat, apparently.
in the
I never
movies.
watched the movies, really. Yeah. Yep.
It's been a very...
I mean, now that I'm looking at the images of the movies, yeah, that seems to be it.
I've never seen Juno, so I don't know.
I saw like a scene in passing or something once, I think, but that was it. Although Juno got really, really popular.
Which one was Juno again?
The one where she's like being a surrogate mother for a baby.
Oh, is that what happens in that movie?
My understanding is that she's like a surrogate mother, something, I don't know. All I know is her in Umbrella Academy season 2 and went, ah, yes, she feels so much more natural in this relationship with a woman. And I don't know if it's because it's a woman or because obviously the relationship in season 1 is really unhealthy.
You could also make the argument, Ellen Page, also very gay. So, better acting. With a very, very gay,
I mean,
not to say she's a bad actor.
Actress, right?
Yeah.
She can be a professional about it. But also, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Because I do remember seeing pictures where it's like Ellen Page while she was in the closet, Ellen Page when she is out of the closet.
I also think it's funny that of celebrity lesbians, we have Ellen Page and Ellen DeGeneres. So, that Ellen's a whole...
Yeah, I hear very bad things about that Ellen going on right now.
I mean... Yeah. The most recent, as I understand, is that she's, like, abusive towards her staff.
Which, that's...
That Ellen. Phew. Yep. That Ellen. Oof. Oof.
That's crazy. You don't do that. We got off on a tangent. Other shows, Ace character headcanon.
One moment while I scroll.
And heck, feel free to join in on this if you have any.
I'm like, what else have I watched even recently?
Johnny Bravo. See.
I believe that narcissism may qualify as a sexual. Just saying.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. What about, like, Dexter? Does Dexter have a love interest? Or is that still narcissism?
I mean, I feel like Dexter, like, would be Ace, but really bad Ace representation, if that makes sense. Like, that's not a compliment.
No.
Because it's that, like, oh, Aces are just weird nerd incels. Kind of bullshit.
Dinkelberg. But isn't Dinkelberg married?
So's Heck.
That's true.
I mean, we're talking headcanon.
That is true. What am I doing in this? I mean, yeah, Dinkelberg, the only thing I remember about Dinkelberg is does everything to spite Timmy Turner's dad. Oh. Wait. Ooh, the fair. Because all he cares about is spiting Dinkelberg. Oh, Mr. Crocker. I remember way too many things about this show for some reason.
I remember very few things.
All he cares about catching fairy godparents.
Does Michael in The Good Place count?
I think
Just
so.
because he's older, I feel like.
Well, also not human.
That too.
Like,
But there are other demon characters.
like that's another one where I'm like, I mean, yeah, he says a lot of things that would be like, yes, Ace, but also that's, I
Oh,
think mainly
here we
because
go.
Demon.
There's, actually no. So the movie, the half of it is really, really, and I was gonna say that one, because she's somewhat interpretable as maybe just like lesbian, like homo-romantic, maybe Ace, but it's very hard to say.
Yeah.
'Cause again, it's that like awkward character who doesn't really fit in. And it's hard to say definitively, like, oh, this character is Ace just because they're awkward.
Mm-hmm. Also, what's that movie?
The half of it. It's really good.
I don't know it.
Apparently some people were like, oh, it's not queer enough. because there's, well, I don't want to spoil anything. Anyway, those people are wrong, and yeah, that's it. They're just wrong.
Alright guys, I'm heading out. I need to start getting messy with cooking. Have a good night.
Have fun with cooking.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's been like 3 hours.
Oh jeez.
I mean, I guess I did need to run Enable Sister, so that should have been our first hint, but
Okay. I will end soon. Wait, did I forget? God dang it!
hmm?
I suck at video games. Anyway, is there any other ones that you can think of?
Mm. Thinking's hard, man.
Thinking is hard. That is a true statement. I'm trying to be like, what shows have I watched recently?
Hmm?
I don't even think I've watched any shows recently other than Umbrella Academy. I mean, other than me trying to watch Breaking Bad, which...
That trying to watch something is not the same as watching something, I think.
It was an attempt.
An attempt was made.
An attempt was made. I'm not going to say it was a good attempt, but an attempt was made.
An earnest attempt.
Mainly because I don't know if it's just that show is not... me and that show don't mix well, or what?
You tell me.
I don't know either, because, like, none of the characters I feel are likable. And that's, like, just, like... And I don't know if that's something that's, like, they were purposely going for that.
Maybe?
Which, if they were, hey, that's good writing.
It feels like I've heard such things, but I don't know if that's just like fan interpretation.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. Yeah, none of the characters are really likable, and I'm like, part of me's like, I don't know if I want to continue watching it when I don't care about any of the characters.
I guess that's fair.
Because, like, this stuff happens, and I'm like, oh, okay, that happens to them. It's probably not going to matter in a few episodes, but whatever. It happened.
I mean, I feel like from what I've heard of Breaking Bad, because I haven't watched it or anything.
Yeah.
But my understanding is that Walter?
Yeah, Walter.
Was written to be more unlikable than fans have ended up treating.
Yes. Yeah, he is not, like, he is literally just, he's not a good person. Like, one of the last episodes I watched...
forever suffer from, like, protagonist syndrome, where they assume that if someone is a protagonist, that they're always right.
Like, one of the last episodes I watched this time around was... I forget what the reasoning was, but they were having, like, a big party behind the house.
I think a lot of people just don't understand the concept of an anti-hero.
and like they were having a party behind the house, right? And like they were celebrating, so like he has a 16-year-old son, and his brother-in-law was like, "Oh, let's give his 16-year-old son a little bit to drink," and he's like, "Okay, sure, like we're celebrating, like he can have a little bit to drink, right?" So his son has a drink, and then for some reason, he's like, "Oh, what'd you think?" And he's like, "Oh, like, his son says something," and so his, Walter pours him another cup, and his brother-in-law's like, "Are you sure?" It's like, "Yeah, sure, we're celebrating." Then after he drinks that, Walter keeps pouring him like a drink to the point where his brother-in-law's like, "Yo, stop!" And he's like, "He's my son. I'm gonna do what I want. Drink this cup of alcohol."
Drink this cup of alcohol.
I don't know what they were drinking. And like he kept doing that to the point where his son was throwing up in the pool from drinking too much, and Walter's just sitting there smiling like, "Ha ha ha! I did this to my son."
I mean, people don't understand the concept of like anti-heroes and non-good protagonists. People assume that if someone is the protagonist that they're right about whatever it is, and that the lesson in the end will be that that person was right. But just because someone's the center of the story doesn't mean that person is the good guy in the story.
I mean, I'm gonna bring this up and it's gonna make me sound a little weeby, and I swear I'm not. Death Note.
Death Note is...
You
that's
can't,
complicated.
but
Because you can be Team Light or Team L.
yes, but
You can side with either.
but just,
And there's a lot of moral gray area. That's the point.
yeah.
The entire point is that it's a moral gray area.
But even if I like, he had good ideas, I wouldn't necessarily call him a good person.
Not necessarily.
I wouldn't call either of them good people, even if I sided with either of them.
I mean, like, okay. So, normally, one of the things with the death penalty is that there can be evidence that they did something, or like there can be evidence that someone is innocent that just doesn't come up in court,
Yes.
or whatever. The thing with Light is that he's watching news broadcasts as these things are happening. The most unrealistic part of it being that as the broadcasts are happening, they're able to like determine the perpetrators' names and announce them on the news.
Yeah.
That's the unrealistic part. But he knows for a fact that they are the ones guilty of doing this because he's literally watching the scene play out on TV or whatever it is. So, in that sense, like, the death penalty is a lot more morally gray, because he knows for 100% fact that they are the ones responsible. And in some cases, like, sometimes when he writes their name down to kill them, it's like in the middle of a crime. It actually does save whoever the victims are right in that moment. Which is, I mean, it's basically vigilante
Yes.
death penalty.
Yeah.
So, like, then the question is more of, do these things warrant death? Certainly his, like, late stage plan is a lot more morally wrong, because he was going to, his plan had been that he was going to evolve from just aiming for like the really violent criminal stuff, and then instead was going to go for like more misdemeanor levels once violent crime died down because of precedent. And I mean, one of the things is that he has fans.
Yeah,
in
he
part
does.
Because, like, crime does start going down. People are scared to do these things. And, like, say with, like, various people are helped and saved. So, it's a, to them, he is their hero. He has literally saved them. Whereas to others, it is very much a question of like, who are you to decide that these people should die? Who are you to be the arbiter?
And I mean, you can do good deeds when you are a bad person.
Well, the basic thing that it comes down to is, like, what is the line for bad person?
Yeah.
I think that's more of Death Note, as opposed to my understanding of Breaking Bad is a lot more plain.
What? TV shows aren't always super nuanced like people expect them to be?
Sometimes they are, and people don't read into them enough, and sometimes they aren't, and people read into them too much. That's the nature of things. I actually prefer shows that are more on the nuanced side, like Death Note, because I think that they warrant discussion and consideration.
See, I like both. I like the simple stuff mainly. Be like, oh, cool, things happen. Okay, cool, bye.
I get bored by like pure entertainment. I mean, I've discussed this on the stream. I think last Friday, even, where I really prefer things that encourage you to think and think critically, and things that have a message to them, not just pure entertainment. Why are you just going in circles, burning grass?
I don't know. Because it's fun.
I feel like I'm getting dizzy just watching you.
See, the way that I watch shows is I don't sit down and watch a show. I watch it while I'm doing something else. So, like, if it's pure entertainment...
So you just want, like, background noise fodder sometimes.
Exactly. So if it's pure entertainment, then it's on in the background, and it's like, oh, cool, this stuff happened. Okay, whatever, bye.
But I'm like, if there's no content to like chew on there, what's the point of even watching it? Why even have it in the background?
Noise. Like,
I mean, I also think you can focus better on whatever you're doing without the extra noise.
see, I have problems at times. Like, I legit have problems at times.
Valid.
Like, that's sometimes I need the noise.
Have that.
Yeah. So if it's
like that's sometimes a sign of like ADHD or something. I don't know. I mean, not necessarily, but
yeah, not necessarily. There's a lot of things that go into that diagnosis.
Yes. But I mean, that is one thing I commonly hear. People with ADHD or something.
I mean, it's possible.
Either need something, or else they get like, I don't know. Some people prefer it and some people don't.
So like if it's if it's pure entertainment that can purely just be background noise, and I don't need to focus too hard because I'm focusing on other things. And it's there for me to digest as I want, and I don't need to like worry about it. Like that's it's good for that.
Fine. That's not for me.
Exactly.
Because I am like, well, if this media has nothing to think about, why am I consuming it?
And that's kind of my.
Why am I spending my attention on it? And if it is something that I want to spend my attention on, then I want to spend my full attention.
And I mean, and
I guess I'm more all or nothing.
And that's not to say like I will do any media. There's a lot that I just have, like Breaking Bad. Quit.
Even when I'm watching something in the background, it's like my roommate wants to rewatch Avatar.
Yeah.
Which everyone is always like, "Oh wow, Avatar is really."
Avatar has a quite a few things happen that can be very chew on.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It's deeper.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely deeper than a lot of shows.
Even that is my like background. Yeah.
There are a few times where like Umbrella Academy, I was not really for most of Umbrella Academy season 2. I was watching that, because I'm like, nope, I'm not doing anything else. I'm just watching this.
Well, it's one of those things that like, if you don't pay it full attention, you're going to miss things.
Yeah.
Because it is so nuanced and detailed.
Yes.
Which is the caliber of things that I want to watch in the first place. Otherwise, I don't see a point, personally. I mean, some people just like having the background entertainment or whatever. You did, and fine, but it's just not something I understand because it feels like a waste of time to me.
See, but I'm doing something else, so I'm not really wasting my time.
Yes, but then I'm like, what's the point?
Of what?
Of having it at all.
To give me something to split attention at?
Yeah, well, splitting attention is usually not the goal for me.
Exactly. Like, for me, it's something I can split my attention to. It's it. And,
Sure.
like, it needs to be something that I enjoy, because if I'm not having some level of enjoyment on it, like, I'm obviously not going to split my attention to it. That's why I basically have stopped Breaking Bad for a second time. That's why I stopped watching Futurama and Parks and Recreation, because I wasn't enjoying them, even as background noise. Which at that point, like, that's a weird sentence to say for shows that are very critically acclaimed, I feel like.
Is it critically acclaimed or is it just popular? Those are different things.
Well, Breaking Bad is both. And Futurama, I feel like, is both. But I could be wrong on Futurama. But, like, those shows aren't for me, so they're not for me. So I would rather spend time splitting my attention between, like, a game and Avatar, which I've watched before, so I don't need to fully digest it at this point.
Futurama was nominated for 12 Emmys? And won 6?
So it is critically acclaimed. Got it.
Also, critics are stupid. And
critics have their own likes and dislikes.
Sorry, no, I'm just thinking of I'm thinking of something entirely different actually. I'm thinking of I was watching this show. It's one of those like reality competition show things, basically. But like it was for fashion design, and there was one woman on there who had the same like silhouette over and over again, and I thought her shit was ugly as fuck. Like it was not flattering. And I kind of hated her designs half the time. Like they were not only not for me, but some of them were just straight up unappealing to me. And then she would like win the round. Be like, oh wow, so innovative, so different, wow. And I was just like, but it's ugly. And then she won the season.
Interesting. Okay. I mean,
I feel like critically acclaimed can sometimes be that way too.
yeah, just because it's critically acclaimed doesn't necessarily mean too much, other than critics liked it. Like,
But I think there's also a lot of things where they're popular but critics don't like it,
yes,
or critics love it
and
but
it's
they're
not popular. Yes. Yeah, like they're never tied together.
I mean, they are and
They
they
are
aren't.
they are
Because
never
at the end of the day,
necessarily tied.
critics are people.
Yes.
Critics are just also people. They're slightly more. They have a bit more of the like technical vocabulary to speak on those things, but like they're people at the end of the day. They have their own opinions.
Yes.
And I think a lot of times it's probably that they form their base opinion based on, you know, what they like, what kind of person they are. And then they use that vocabulary to back up their opinion rather than the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
They might have more practice at taking this or that into consideration. But like if their gut is to hate a movie, those considerations aren't going to turn it around necessarily.
I mean, that's the same thing of like with like video game critics, and it's like, yes, this person played an 80-hour RPG and they hate RPGs. What are they gonna rate it? Probably not good, because they're not gonna enjoy it.
Wasn't there the Pokemon review that was like too much water?
Yeah, for Ruby and Sapphire, 7.8, too much water. Yes. That was an actual criticism of that game, was too much water. And it's like, if you don't like it, you're not gonna like it. No matter if you're a critic or not.
I mean, it all comes down to personal preference at the end of the day. I fucking loved Birds of Prey. Not everyone does.
No, not everybody does.
Oh, speaking of which, well, I'll tell you off stream.
Okay. Yeah, let's end it. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we've been going for a while.
We have. Thanks for watching, anybody who might still be watching or watching in the future.
And good night.
And good night.
Bye.
Bye.
I really think like